What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? It seems like I haven't been on here in a long, long time. And welcome to Evening Tea. I appreciate you guys jumping on, but um, I feel like I haven't been on here in a long time, and I know that's not true because I the only reason why I feel like I haven't been on here a long time because I miss wife chat this week because Tawan and I and Kiki, which will be hopping on here pretty soon, was in this really interesting focus group, and so I'm sorry that I didn't get here on here for wife chat. So I will pick that up next Tuesday, I promise. And so I hope you guys had an amazing, amazing Valentine's Day. Even thank you so much for joining us, and make sure that you're letting us know where you're joining us from in the chat. I appreciate you. But even if you don't have a boo or a boo, I hope you enjoyed and treated yourself well for Valentine's Day. I get a lot of questions around Valentine's Day. What do you do when you're single and all those kind of things? So I just pray that you took care of yourself and that you treated yourself well, because that's the most important things, that you treat yourself well. I want to tell everybody I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your birthday wishes. Some of you guys started cash apping me, and I'm like, I didn't even put my cash app up online or anything like that. So thank you guys for all your cash apps. Thank you so much for your inboxes. Thank you so much for your text messages. Thank you guys so much. Y'all helped make my birthday amazing, and I truly, truly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for hopping on Evening Tea. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. And so I feel like I hear water or something in the background. I don't
That's
know who
cute.
that's water.
No, I'm
Anyway,
in. Can you hear? Does it sound like that still?
yeah, sound like water. Hmm. I don't know what that is, but oh, she didn't muted herself. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. I want to share with you guys because Gil asked me what did I want for my birthday, and I had no clue. And so I was sitting there and I seen a commercial, so I ended up. Where is it? I ended up with this phone right here. It folds like the tablet or whatever. Yeah, I still don't know how to work it, but I thought it was cool. I think it's real cute. Look at my little case I got. Um, and so it's called the Samsung Fold. And I call flat because I am not part of the cult, which is the iPhone cult. But anyway, again, I just want to tell you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all your birthday love. I truly appreciate you. And so tonight, Tawan, unmute yourself and tell us what you're drinking.
Well, I'm actually not muted, Gail, but I am
Okay.
drinking Cranberry Bliss.
Ooh.
I'm drinking Cranberry Bliss. It's the iced tea
Mm.
from my collection, Tea Lovers Cafe. This is one of our Fab Five, but
Okay.
I'm drinking it with a little twist today. It also has some cranberry vodka
Oh, okay. All right.
because I'm starting
Okay.
off my long weekend. So, I'm just,
Oh, this is a very long weekend.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a very long weekend. So this has been a stressful day for me. So I
Okay.
needed to unwind, but I really wanted to enjoy the show. So yes, Cranberry Bliss with a twist
Well,
from
don't
Tea Lovers
enjoy it too much
Cafe.
where you get to falling asleep.
Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm.
yeah, don't do that.
That's not
Kim,
gonna happen. That's not gonna
Kim,
happen.
you want to unmute yourself and tell us what you're drinking?
Sorry, I'm still at the salon, so I have my water with my Herbalife tea inside.
Oh, okay. Well, you're drinking healthy. I appreciate you being healthy. I forgot you bring all the health to the gang. Well, for me, my grandbaby, Mr. Jojo, shared all of his love with his Gigi, and so I am fighting a cold. And tomorrow I have to be on TV. So Gail Crowder, is drinking cold and flu Theraflu, so I cannot sound horrible tomorrow morning. So I have that, but I also have my hint water, and this is the crisp apple. And I started drinking hint water because, as you guys know, for years I am a tea connoisseur, and usually I would be drinking tea from the Tea Lovers Cafe, and we'll put that link in the chat in a few minutes. But today I need to make sure that I take care of myself because, like I say, Mr. Jojo shared all his love. So everybody pretty much in my house is fighting a cold because, when they're, 6 months old, they share all their love, whether you want it or not. And so, again, we'll have Miss Kiki Ramsey will be joining us in a few minutes. But I just wanted to tell everybody thank you so much. Also, I am so blessed that these ladies helped me pull off my very virtual bringing sexy back to the marriage. And from all the feedback and all the love you guys gave us, it was hot. It was amazing. And so I'm excited that in the next week or two, we will be doing bringing sexy back to the marriage again. So for you guys that are watching us in another country, for you guys that are not able to travel, 2023 will be virtual again. I made that decision. I don't know what COVID's going to be going, but I don't like to be doing this switch off. But we had so much fun. The feedback that I got was nothing but positive. And so I just want to say thank you to Kim, thank you to Tawan, thank you to Lisa, thank you to all my teachers and speakers for helping me pull this off. Thank you to Rhonda and Conference Architects. Thank you so much for helping me pull this off. Thank you to Dove Style Media, which is owned by Lisa Dove Washington, for covering my amazing event. I just want to say thank you to Latrency, my amazing assistant, for helping us pull all this stuff off. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Thank you to Judge Lynn for coming in and pouring into us. Thank you to Cassandra, Lexi, Belina, Ashley, Lakeisha. Who else did I miss? I hope everybody, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me pull this off, because we had to transition in less than 2.5 weeks and it was done. And I am so grateful for that. So thank you. I wanted to say publicly, thank you. And for all the women who attended, thank you so much for showing up, staying on, and having an amazing time, and also answering the surveys. I truly appreciate you. And so, you guys, let's get into some tea. Let's get into some tea. There is a Texas woman, and Kim, you're going to like this because you being a hairdresser and a wellness person. There's a Texas woman that was very interested in learning and seeing all of these people who, lay the baby hairs, when you wearing your wigs or whatever, laying the baby hairs down. But she couldn't, perfect the technique because she had dreads. And so she didn't, none of her hair was left out. So she decided to go get her baby hair tattooed around her head. My question to you is my question to you is, do you think that's going too far, or would y'all go get you some baby hair tattooed on your head?
No. That's definitely over the top. The only tattoo that I have on my face are my brows, because I lost my hair. But I wouldn't tattoo baby hair because it's no.
And
Like it's not. It won't be moving. And when the phase of the baby hair thing goes away, what you gonna do?
When I see that, I was like, this was on Instagram, right? And the tattoo artist he showed his work of her baby hair all around her head. Tawan, what do you think you would do?
So let me say this. That's not for me. However, if that's what you need to make you feel better, to make you feel whole, to make you feel sexy, to make you feel good, I think that you should go ahead and do whatever pleases you. That is my stance on that.
You don't even believe what you just said.
No, you know what? I do. this week has been an interesting week for me, and you know what kind of
Mm.
conversation me and you had today that took place.
Mm.
And I have been really trying to work in this place and be in this space of just respecting whatever people needs are, whatever, not
Mhm.
really having any judgment or comment, because I don't know really why people make some of these decisions that they're making. You have dread, so that meant you didn't want the baby hair.
Mm.
I was thinking because you usually plait up like every piece of hair. Because I know when I get braided, you got every inch of it.
Me too. Me too.
So I don't even know why you wanted the baby hair. But if it was that important to you,
Mhm.
to give you the look that you needed,
Mhm.
then I say, I'm glad you were able to get what you wanted. And I hope that you were happy with it, because tattooing is permanent. And when you're
Mhm.
talking about in your head, all around your head, that is serious too in itself. So it is something within that obviously needed to be addressed to make you go that far to have some baby hair. Because baby, maybe you should have just got some, went to a good weaveologist, and maybe she could have figured out how to put a little bit of weave up there and bring a little bit down and cut it and do it and not make you have to get a tattoo.
Right.
Or what she could have done is it depend upon like if her locks are not like so far back. Let's say you can take some of the hair from the locks themselves. You know what I'm saying? That loose hair, that new growth hair, and create the baby hair versus tatting it on your head.
So thank you for joining us, Kiki. We're talking about a young lady that is in Texas that has dreadlocks, but she couldn't. She was liking to see all the people who are wearing, the baby hair that's slick to their head. So she decided that she wanted to go get her baby hair tattooed around her head. And my thoughts are, what did you think about that?
Inappropriate.
Tawan said if that makes her happy, then be happy. But I just think it's really crazy.
I just don't. I mean, I always don't understand baby hair on adults. Like, I mean, but I know it's a thing. It's just
Mhm.
not my cup of tea. But I mean, Mackenzie got baby hair. She's supposed to have baby hair.
Mhm.
Okay, but adults with baby hair, no,
And I'm with you, Kiki, because I've seen
no.
some, and it's all the way down here. And I mean, and they serious about their baby hair. And I'm like, what does that do for you? I mean, you trying to give off that innocent what look? I mean, I'm just not quite sure what effect you're going for with it. But again,
And so many people do it, right? And so
Well, they do.
I'm
A
just
lot of
like,
people do it with their lace fronts to make it look more natural.
but that's a lace front that you're trying to do some other things with the lace front. I kind of almost get it a little bit until it start coming down here. But
What you
no,
say to me until
I've
it start coming
seen.
to your eyebrows?
I mean, because you have seen some people's baby hair and they got it all the way down here. And baby hair really is probably like a little bit up here. It's not real thick. It's thin. It's baby hair. It's that little bit of hair that you couldn't get up in here in the ponytail and in the plaits. And it belongs on a 2-year-old.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it definitely does. And I think, I mean, I honestly don't get it, and so I've never actually really asked anybody why. And it's interesting because I actually did a whole keynote presentation on the Crown Act
Mm-hmm.
today, which is an act created by Dove and the Center for a Color of Change and all of that to fight against hair discrimination in the workplace, right? And so I've been talking about hair all day, and so it's very funny that this is like one of the first topics you bring it up. But I definitely don't get the tattooing of it. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I don't get that, especially with locks. I don't get that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I said, Kiki. That kind of takes away from what locks does. I mean, the look you get with locks. I mean, if I'm gonna lock my hair and get the sister locks and all that other stuff, even just regular cornrows. I mean, because
Mhm.
I've seen people with cornrows and stuff, and they still got the baby hair.
They leave it out on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't really get it,
I
but
mean,
it's not.
I'm guessing it's just a style thing. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one thing I don't know about. Like, and maybe it's just a style thing, and they just like it.
Yeah, I just thought that I would ask about the tattooing of baby hair. I was like, wow, that's when you really going extreme. But okay, all right. Kiki Ramsey, what you drinking tonight? Cause Tawan's having cranberry bliss tea with vodka in it tonight. She's going strong. Are you going strong?
Wow.
Mm.
I just got some water tonight.
Oh, you
H2.
real.
Yeah, I got more work to do, so I can't go in just yet.
Well,
Hey,
thank you
Kiki,
for
I'm
coming
starting
here.
a long weekend, so hey.
Right. So I got some more work to do first. And so
Well,
I
well,
can't
I told him I'm
relax.
fighting a cold, so I'm drinking some cold and flu stuff because Mr. Giovanni has shared all his love with everybody here.
Oh,
Yeah, so
oh.
he has an ear infection, so he's fighting that, but he didn't, he
Mm.
coughed and sneezed and everything on his GG, and I accepted his love. I did, but
I
now I'm paying
mean,
for it.
what can
So
you do? What can you do? He's
no,
a
Nothing.
cheat.
Nothing. You can't do
nothing.
anything. That's what children do.
Yes, it is.
They spread their love called germs.
Yeah,
Kim, you done turned upside
that
down,
down,
inside out.
baby.
What you
You you
doing, girl? What you doing?
you're doing too much too. You real sideways. Anyway, all right, moving to our next thing. Did you guys hear about Pastor Michael Todd spitting in his hand to give a demonstration on the power of God and
Yeah,
putting it on this man's eyes and face?
yeah,
Yeah.
I did hear
You
about
still
that.
upside down,
Hmm.
Kim.
Can't hear you either, Kim.
Can't hear you either.
Oh Jesus.
Mhm.
So when I heard about this and then I actually went and watched the video of him doing this, and of course he came back later and apologized,
Hmm.
it grossed me the heck out.
Yeah.
That grossed me out. And I just think that he went way way too far. I think he went way too far to do what he did. And I don't think that you have to do hawk and spit in your hand and you have one of your parishioners or your friend or whatever up there with you to prove a point that God is a healer. I just don't think you have to do that. So I don't know. What are your thoughts to one? Because you look at real crazy.
I believe it's the epitome of nasty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have no other further comment to go on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
What's
leave
funny
it
is I just had finished reading his book. I think it's called Crazy Faith, which is a great book.
Him
And it's
still looks sideways.
a really, really good book. What is it called? Yep, Crazy Faith. And so I had a I had a better appreciation for what probably his character is
Mm-hmm.
versus what we saw with him doing that whole situation. And I do think it was I think it was an error in judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think back to all the times I've made a oops, a beautiful oops, right? A mistake or whatever. And a lot of times I haven't been like big enough or in the media or anything like that to have like, thousands of people witnessing my mistakes. And so I think that's the hard thing about pastors and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yes, what he did was nasty, like
Real nasty.
real nasty, real,
I,
real,
I
real
had
nasty.
to get up and walk away
Yeah,
because it was real nasty.
it
It was
was
like
real nasty. But I do think
one
that
of them kind of.
I think he realized that, after the fact. And after you do something like that, I mean, you can't take it back because you did it and you did it in front of like, a cajillions of people and stuff like that. So you can't take it back. Um, and I know he probably regrets necessarily I think he said something like he was trying to make a message, but he didn't make it in the right way.
right.
Yeah.
It didn't execute in the manner in which he was trying to do it. And maybe he should have practiced it first I don't know. And maybe you should have just used water and prayed over the water instead of spit. It could probably been so many different ways that you could have, but to disrespect a person in that manner who really trusts you, to spit like, and what Gail just said, because I did not see it or hear about it, but you said it was like a, nasty.
It was nasty.
There is nothing nice about that. You know what I'm saying? And to do that and put that on a person, I just think that is just so disrespectful, and that's why I don't have a lot about it. It's just the epitome of nasty to me. It's spitting in any way on another person, whether you try to demonstrate or you just write out nasty and disrespect them and spit on them. It's all spitting on me. To me, it's all spitting.
See, where I come from, that'll get you dusted. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And see, when I was walking in the mall. This is years ago. And for the people who watch me in Texas, Windsor Park Mall, and somebody spit from the top floor down. I went up the escalator the wrong way and beat their head in between the rails. Because that's one thing you don't do. To me, that is the nastiest thing you can do to anybody. Is spit on them.
Yeah.
And this was a grown man.
We're also in a really interesting time that you need the best of keeping your germs to yourself. So like that speaker got COVID in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and he put it on them. Yeah. Anyway, Kim, you got some thoughts about that?
Well, I actually watched it. I watched it. And it's his brother and not just a typical man. It's not somebody he just randomly chose.
Okay.
So
that makes it worse to me, but okay.
I don't know if I would say he felt like probably more comfortable doing it because it was his brother versus it being like somebody else within the congregation. I think as a whole, he recognized that was a lot, and he did go too far. But I mean, just I don't know. I don't want to look at it as just that is his whole character. I just think that was a bad choice.
And that's what Kiki was saying. She had read his stuff and she knows his character, right? Yeah, I have watched him a couple of times as well, but to me that was a big turnoff for Gail.
Right, but I think you have to. I mean, when we think about just anybody that we're following, and if we understand their character, like I've been probably attending his services for at least 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, and following and reading the books and, doing the Bible studies and joining them on fasts and different things like that. That's just like a one incident thing like that any of us could do.
Absolutely.
Saying like, oh my gosh, that's who you are. No, that's not the totality of me. I may have made a wrong choice, but that's not the totality of me. And so that's how I look at it, like Kiki. It's a one moment bad choice moment versus this is who I am and how I carry myself.
It was a nasty carry. I that's just Gail's thing, but I totally get it, and we all have made mistakes, and we all have regret. And I did see his apology like the very, very next day, because he realized that was not the way to demonstrate God's healing power. So I get it. And, I didn't know who the guy was or whatever, but it literally grossed me out, like gave me the willies for real. So anyway, yeah. The next topic I want to talk about is, what did you guys think about the Super Bowl and the halftime performance?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yes, I did.
Somebody said forgiveness, sis. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's not that I don't forgive him or whatever. That just grossed me out. But thank you. You loved it?
I loved it. I mean, I was looking at the memes. They were like, when Mary hit this one right here. Mary, that was like all I wanted to see. But I actually got real hype when Eminem came out too. I was like, okay, like let's. I mean, I just think it was well put together. I
Yes.
felt the energy, like, and it was my type of music, like from back when, growing up, like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I love seeing everybody crip walking,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Like, I loved it.
Well, they showed they showed Snoop getting high before he got up. That show behind the scene, he getting high, and then I think he got to do that just to chill out or do his thing. I'm not really sure, but they released that. For me, the 50 cents was a huge surprise. They body shaming him, really, really bad, and so. But for me, I thought, like, for it to be the very first time that rap was put on a major stage like that at the Super Bowl, I thought it was well done. They didn't curse. It was very family friendly. Um,
Yep.
you know, uh, like I said, it's Eminem. I mean, 50 was a huge surprise because I didn't ever see him advertised. Did you guys?
No, I
Oh,
did.
I don't follow 50 like that though.
No, but the other guy they brought out too, I can't think of his name.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, he wasn't advertised either. I did, or that I saw.
Oh,
I think he was advertised, I thought, but 50 cents was not advertised, I don't think. But like I said, they did their thing. I would have liked to see a couple of more rappers that was in that genre, in that age bracket, represented on the female side of things. But Mary held it down for us girls. She did for us girls. I just would have liked to see maybe a MC Light or a
that would have been
Queen,
tight.
Queen Latifah.
Oh my God.
Salt and pepper.
Missy,
You know what I'm saying? Them chicks, I think if they could have brought it to Missy Elliott, all of them right there was that would have been hot. You know what I mean? So my prayer is that that opened up the door for more of that, right? Because I think because they all in that same bracket, I think that would have been hot just to see a little bit more balance of the sexes. But like I said, Mary held it down. But yeah, I did see a lot of them memes of Mary doing her thing, right?
Oh, Vanita said Kendrick was advertised, but 50 was a surprise.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
she said
it was
nicely
nicely done.
I definitely think it was nicely done. I was like, and I missed the halftime. I missed the whole Super Bowl. So this tell you how much I know about football, or how much I actually watch football. I schedule our Valentine's Day dinner right up in the Super Bowl, right?
And Jamil let you do it.
He did, and I was surprised. I said, "Babe, why didn't you tell me it was a Super Bowl?" He was like, "My team ain't playing. I'm just gonna catch it on replay." So he's a Giants fan, so he's like, his team ain't playing, so he's just gonna catch it on replay. So I was like, okay. So when we went to this very nice steakhouse, they actually had TVs in the steakhouse, and people were at the bar and they were watching, and you hear occasionally, saying like that. And so, but we were not positioned where we could see it. But as soon as I got home, I just sat on my phone and watched the whole halftime show because they got it on they had it on YouTube. So I didn't miss much. I didn't miss much.
But they were saying that the only thing they were saying is that I guess the moderator or whoever didn't do a good job of setting up what that whole display was about, because evidently a lot of those was storefronts of famous places in Compton where a lot of those people came from, and so a lot of people didn't know what those storefronts meant.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't either.
I didn't either. But they were saying that those are a lot of famous places that a lot of them frequent when they were growing up and stuff, and it was in their hood. So I thought that was really good to pay that homage as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Now, I didn't watch the Super Bowl at all. I had somebody, could you please text me when the halftime starts so I can turn my TV on and so I can watch the because I was doing a paper for school, so I was just I was enmeshed in what I was doing, and when it came on I watched it and I was like, oh my God. I mean I was loving it. And Kiki, soon she hit this Come on,
That's
man.
my girl.
Bring it. But I will say, like you, Gail, I was like, it for me, it would have had a better balance for me to just have seen another female rapper or somebody in that group. And I just like, it's so many who really could have came to that stage and killed it just like them. But it was definitely well done. I loved it. I liked the introduction of bringing rap music to the Super Bowl. I liked the pieces of it, of how they were just trying to show their history and what they were doing. So I think it was whoever came up with the idea, I give kudos to them. I think they did a very good job. And it was just well done. And I even got to hear Mary or Erica Campbell, because I went back and Googled to hear her sing. She did an excellent job as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about
the Star Spangled?
No, she said lift every voice.
And they sang the Black National Anthem. The two.
Oh, okay. I got to go back and see that. Okay.
Outside the state, outside of the
stadium. It was outside of the stadium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outside the stadium. But it was still. But I couldn't understand why it was outside the stadium.
I don't know.
Jay-Z put that together. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Jay-Z put it all together.
Vanita, you know all the stuff about this.
They said Jay-Z put that together.
Yeah, I saw that. Vanita got it going on. She know everything.
Yeah, I didn't know Jay-Z put that together. Wow.
We can understand that now, though, right? We can understand
the fact that it was kind of like a kumbaya, with all the stuff with the florist and his filing that suit and trying to, I don't want to say squash, but kumbaya. Let's
all get along. Let's all get along.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it's time though.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Time.
It is so time for us to come together and not be separate, right? It is so time. It's literally it's time.
It's past time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like I said, the only thing would have been added if they would have had some more women represented in that genre. I think that would have been really hot. But again, they always working with limited time. But yeah, they were saying that Eminem, he kneeled. I didn't know why he was kneeling, but it was revealed after he was kneeling on the behalf of Kaepernick on how the social injustice for African American people are is still happening. What was a telltale thing for me is that everybody pointed that out, and I wonder what the impact has been as big if it was Dr. Dre or Snoop or somebody else kneeling besides Eminem. Huh?
They didn't want Eminem to do it either.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he was instructed not to kneel.
Not to do it.
He was instructed not to kneel.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's been it's been a lot of controversy about him kneeling. And for me, I
didn't know that he was
the moment you told him not to do it. If anybody has ever followed Eminem and know him, the moment you told him not to do it is when you gave him permission to do it. So he must have wanted it done because he is that type of person. If you tell him, he was fighting at FCC when he was out, when he was out doing things, and that's the people who censor your music and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. So did you really think that you was going to instruct him not to do it? So I was like, that was kind of awkward to me. But I also said this, and I have gotten into quite a bit of interesting conversations with people when I said that. I said him kneeling, he had nothing to lose.
He had nothing.
Oh, he doesn't.
I said, so at the end of the day, but had it been Snoop, Dr. Dre, that might have been a whole different something, but he had nothing to lose. He already has his money. He's already packing out stadiums. Him kneeling on your platform does nothing. And guess what? He's already played at the Super Bowl now. So what? What you gonna say? So to me, while it was symbolic, and it's funny because there's a couple of things going on the internet saying that he was kneeling to give homage to Tupac being one of the greatest rappers.
Oh.
So I'm like, but I'm going with that they told him not to. It was great instructions about him not to. That little Tupac thing, I was like,
I be wondering what people get stuff at. If you didn't hear that out of his mouth, where you got that from? Like
she said it was nice because he was white and he stands with us. I agree with that. in our culture, it meant a lot. I agree. Like I
Right. I just
agree.
felt it's like they're paying homage to Tupac.
Right.
If I didn't
Kiki,
get
that's
like,
what I
yo,
said.
I kneel to pay homage to
That's what I said, Kiki. When I saw it, I was like, and people was running with it, and I was like, really? Tupac?
somebody said that, and then we'd just be like to pick up.
We like to pick up and run with stuff.
Like, he kneeling because the moon is out. I mean,
and I do want to say he was standing with us, but at the end of the day, he still had nothing to lose. I like
but
to
let's be very, very clear. If Dr. Dre, Snoop, Mary, Eminem, Kendrick, if they don't never play another venue, they good. They good.
And if they never come, if you never invite them back to the Super Bowl, I've done it. It's on my resume. Check.
Yeah, and they're still good.
But here's the thing. You know,
because they don't get y'all know they don't get paid.
Get paid, right?
And we say stuff like they good and stuff like that. But all these people all they want to do is do their craft. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're talented, you know, when you really have a gift, all you really want to do is share your gift with the world. And so it might not be about money. It might just be about, you know, this is opportunity for me to share my gift, to share my work with the world. That's how I feel. So I could be good if I never spoke a day in my life, but I love what I do. So therefore I want to speak, you know what I'm saying? And I want to coach, that kind of thing. So I think we just have to watch it, just because, you know, celebrities and stuff like that. All of them want to do their craft, unless they, you know, just trying to chill out and stuff like that. But, you know, it's still there. It's still inside of them.
Oh no, and I get that. And they was able to reach billions of people by doing what they did. But what I'm saying is, if they was to so-called, you know, do it, and the Super Bowl said don't do it, and they said, oh well, you can't perform no more, like Tawan said, it's already on my resume, check mark, and it ain't like I'm not gonna eat tomorrow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
They will not have the impact as the football what's his name, Kilpatrick. They won't have that. You know, that will not be their consequence, and that's what I meant by Eminem.
Yeah, because he's never going to be able to play in the NFL anymore, right? Kaepernick, I don't think he.
I don't know if he wants to. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where he is with that. Never really heard him speak about if he wanted to come back or whatever. And if he don't, I can understand, because why would you?
I think he got a deal somewhere or something, doing something else. But like I said, I'm the last person to know.
Right. I know he started a nonprofit organization, and he's doing some work, a lot of work under that nonprofit organization, and he's gotten a lot of sponsors to rally with him on that. But I never heard him say if he wanted to come back or not come back. And would you want to come back to an organization that really could care less about you?
No, but like Kiki said, if that's your passion, if that's what you love, right? You might want to do it. I don't know. But moving right along, let's talk about Sidney Carter. She is the coach for Texas A&M, and she made headline news.
Pull it up.
Huh?
Can we put the picture up?
Yeah, you can. I don't know how to do it, but Kiki probably can. She is the coach for Texas A&M, and she was like ostracized, and everybody was talking about it because she was on the sideline with a white turtleneck on, some pink leather pants, and her stilettos, and she looked fly, and everybody was talking about what kind of coach is she to be dressed up and doing all of this on the sideline. She just want everybody to look at her and not pay attention to the team and all this kind of thing. But I thought the chick was a fly. I don't think it messed up her coaching ability. I think that so many people think that people need to be, how do you pull it?
Yeah,
I can add it.
Yeah, just add it.
And I think she fly. I do.
She look cute to me.
I
think she do.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's cute. She's 31 years old and she is fly.
Yeah.
And the first
And
African
she got
American.
the breast cancer
Yes.
little thing on as well.
Uh-huh.
But the first African American woman to hold that position
Uh-huh.
there. And do you know what it took for her to get that position in Mississippi?
A lot.
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
So you did not hire her because she can look like a brick house. You hired her strictly on her talent and what she will bring to that team and what she will execute. Excuse me. But we have so many stereotypes of what women should look like, what women should wear. And I was like, I can guarantee you, because she is a former basketball player, correct?
Yes, she is.
If she needed to get out of those 4-inch heels, she would have noticed she didn't have on shoes that had straps or anything. Because first, when somebody said it to me, I said, oh, she could have kicked them off and been running up and down there doing everything she had. I said, but then again, I don't know if she came in midnight and decided to run up and down in them heels to figure out if she could run up and down in them heels. I don't know. But what I'm saying is she showed up as her. She represented who she wanted to be. She didn't want to fall into that stereotype. And why should she have to?
But look
And
at this too. Hold on. I have another. Let me see if I can see it. Yeah, you see this? Everybody got on pink. Like it's even a whole thing. Look at their shoes is pink. The other coach, I guess, got on pink. And so they be singling stuff out. And maybe they like, okay, the shoes with the leather pants, they might be like, oh, it's a lot. But the other woman over there got on heels and stuff like that as well. So I'm like, they planned this, and it looks like it was in representation of breast cancer awareness month, right? And so people take stuff out of context, but this goes back to say there's a discrimination not only just because she's Black, but because she's a woman, right? This is a historically male-dominated industry and field, and so why can't we look like we look when we come to work? I'm gonna be
and be feminine and be feminine.
Feminine when I come to work, just because I'm on the side. I ain't playing.
But they don't say nothing about the men that go be coaching basketball with suits and ties on. They don't say nothing about that.
Or the other females who wear the typical, male appearing clothes.
Yeah.
Right.
So she's so stepping out of the, like you said, Kiki, the stereotypical, and you did Tawan, that same space. Like, no, I don't have to. This is who, like you all have said, this is who I am. This is how I'm coming. I'm coming correct for me. And and like you said, Tawan, I got hired because of what I bring to the table.
Because she used to be in the women's NBA, she used to be able. She can ball.
NWA, I think it's called.
Yeah, she can ball herself. But her thing is, I am a girly girl, and I want to be a girly girl on the sideline. That does not take away from me being able to coach. And I totally agree. But people came for her so hard. I was like, we ought to stop that. We ought to stop body shaming and belittling women, right? Because again, if she was on the sideline looking like a boy, then we would have had something to say about that too.
Yeah.
No,
I put a post on Facebook today.
What you said?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What you say, Kim?
No, go ahead, Kim.
She would be like the rest of the other female, the other female coaches, dressing like more male presenting. You know what I'm saying? The suits. Now, what she could have done differently is wore the suit, but then still wore the heels. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that may or may not have gotten the flack, but she's.
I say, be you, boo.
Absolutely.
Be you.
I do know that I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying he was in the barber shop, and they were having conversations, and he was amazed by how many African American men were so against her. And they said there is another coach out there, a Caucasian coach, who did that. And when they brought it up, they was like, so none of y'all tore her down, so why would you tear this one down? And they said, well, she's dressed inappropriate, because then they got the backpedaling, so now she's inappropriate. That lady was inappropriate too. But you also, and in the comments that he was sharing with me, they were talking about Why does she just want attention to her body? Why is it about her body? Why can't a woman say, this is what I like to dress in. This is what I mean, I really don't expect her to have on a skirt, although they have another picture when she came in and had on this nice skirt, and it showed where all the team came in Raleigh and they were standing, we support you, and all this other stuff. But why did you start talking and going about attacking her about her body, and all she want to do is draw attention? Most women don't want to draw attention to their body. However, we can't help because this 31-year-old look good.
My thing is, she got the figure, wear it. She got the figure.
And she's fully dressed.
I've seen worse.
Fully dressed.
Right. I've seen worse.
I've seen some people ain't got the figure and put it on, and you like, no, wear the spank, wear this, wear that. No, ma'am.
This is what I'm saying. I've seen worse.
But she fully dressed. I'm not understanding. She got on a turtleneck.
Yeah.
And the pants are not like super, 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 super tight. I mean,
they leather pants. Who
they
cares?
leather leggings. That's how they're supposed to look. And I'm here to tell you, if I had her body, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
I just got to do it with the spikes.
You know what? All I say is make your haters your congratulators.
Baby. All the time. Okay. I'm with you on that one, Kiki.
To me, that is the craziest thing ever. But anyway, moving right along. I got into this conversation with my 95-year-old aunt and my brother the other day. And, my aunt's memory, her long-term memory is still intact, right? And so I was talking about celebrities that have insured their body parts, right? Mm-hmm. Now, my Aunt Clarice, I didn't know this, that Tina Turner was one of the first women or African-American women to insure her legs, right? And I didn't know that. But so now it's a new thing, and they were talking about all these ultra rich celebrities who are now insuring their body parts. Like Mariah Carey got her legs insured for $35 million. Heidi Klum for $1 million. Julia Roberts got her smile for $30 million. Bruce Springsteen, his vocal cords for $5 million. Rihanna got her legs insured for $1 million. And so when I was talking to my aunt, she was like, yeah, Tina Turner did it years ago, and people thought she was crazy and all this kind of stuff. So everybody's just following Tina Turner, which I didn't know that Tina Turner had got her legs insured before it became a thing. My question to you guys is, if you was ultra rich, would you insure any of your body parts? Y'all really want?
If they help me make money.
What you mean?
Right, like Tina Turner used her legs. Big whiskey bone turn.
Her vocal cords made her make money.
No, her legs, was like, so I can see that make her make money. Mariah Carey, these parts made them make money, and if anything gets damaged on them, then it's just another way for them to be able to be compensated because they're losing their income, right? Mm-hmm. Like we got short-term, long-term disability, we got life insurance and stuff like that. So if I were rich and I'm a speaker and I'm a coach, I might insure my vocal cords, honey, because listen, this is the way that I make money, right? Mm-hmm. So if I had the money, probably, why not?
But okay, so for Mariah Carey, she got her legs insured for $35 million. I would have thought, like Bruce Springsteen, since like you said, her vocal cord, I think I would have done my vocal cords instead of my legs. What y'all think? I don't really remember Mariah's legs.
Well, she's nicely shaped. She's a nicely shaped woman, even for the age that she's at. And I guess because she does a lot of moving around when she sings, so maybe that's why her legs are important. But she could be doing something. I mean, her legs could be in some advertisement that we have no clue about. So who knows? I mean, you're right. I would have thought her vocal cords as well. But I'm sure there is some rhyme or reason behind why she did her legs. She don't. She real intentional. Let's be
I
clear.
got to go spread
Very.
the gospel. Vanita, where you going to spread the gospel? Well, congratulations on that. And you're 100% correct. She didn't violate any policies with her clothing. But so I just was wondering, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's a vain thing or is that I'm just rich and I could do what I want to do thing. That's what I was thinking. But I don't it's becoming a thing now to just I guess insure your body parts and all that kind of stuff. So I was just asking, I guess Kiki like you, if I had it was ultra rich, I guess I would insure my voice. I would because that's how I reach the world. But
Through
I don't
speaking,
know.
not singing. Through speaking. Through speaking. Through
Oh,
speaking.
don't do that.
Through
Mm-mm.
speaking. Only speaking. Oh,
Because
don't let me tell about the birthday song that I sang. You baby still sounding all like Beyonce. So
I told Kim, let me tell you, her, Candace, and Tawan sang. It was real incredible. Yeah. I'm the only on here, I'm the only true
that's not
singer.
the truth. That ain't the truth at
I'm the
all.
only one. Now, whenever Chris joins, then that's different, right?
Not the truth.
I am the only singer.
Not the truth.
Since when?
Thank
It's
you.
in her. It's in her mind, Kim. Don't
Oh,
entertain that.
okay. Because she never sang with me on the praise team. Never.
Oh,
I was too busy
yeah.
doing other things.
You were.
Okay, but what's the next question?
Thank you. Thank you, Dawn.
Kiki is the one talking about she getting in a whole new profession
I
because
didn't say that. I said I was going to insure my voice because this is how I make money. You infer what you want to infer about that.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I thought I knew she was talking about because she's a speaker and that's how, and she teaches. I mean, that's what I thought she meant. I didn't think she was talking about her
no,
singing
she
career.
told me she was going into singing, but okay. But anyway, like I said,
She's such a hater,
for
Kim.
all you people who really know me, know that that they support, but they only support certain things. I am a very highly talented person, and I pick and choose when and how I want to sing and who I allow to enjoy my gift. That's it. Period. So moving right along.
I'm just gonna look into the light.
And Kim, I don't know why you're trying to come for me. I was too busy to be on the praise team. Okay,
You were never too busy.
I was too busy to be on the praise team.
Don't say you're too busy to do the work for the Lord.
I'll be doing the work for the Lord just in a different way. Okay, y'all some straight up haters, and I hope you guys are seeing how they treated me on here. Anyway. A New Jersey toddler. This baby is only 22 months old. Now, I don't believe the story, but Kiki could probably attest to it a little bit better. He went on his mother's phone and bought $1,700 worth of furniture from Walmart. Do you believe that he could actually do that, or you think they just use that as a ploy to? Because some people are saying that they believe they're using that as a ploy to get, because they was all on the news and everything like that. According to what the mother said was she had put all of these different chairs and furniture in her basket from Walmart to be able to show her husband to narrow it down in order for them to pick out 2 chairs, a table, and some other things. But she claims her toddler went into her basket and purchased all of this stuff. And all of a sudden, all of this furniture start coming to their house. $1,700 worth of stuff. Do y'all believe that? Or y'all believe she just
How do you say toddler?
yeah.
Well,
The
first
baby
of
was
all,
22 months old.
oh, 20.
That's a toddler.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see that I'm just saying a little under 2
Mhm.
years old because I'm thinking about that against my kids. And
Would your kids pick furniture?
yeah, Mackenzie would definitely because she thinks she just, Mackenzie, when we go to the store, right? Like she likes to buy all kinds of accessories, right? That's her thing. I really want some accessories for her Barbie. Okay, she just needs some accessories. Okay, so accessories is clothes. So literally the last time we went to Target to get them a prize because they have been really really good. She was telling me she wanted an LOL travel doll. The LOL travel doll. Okay, when we get to Target, she ends up picking out a Barbie accessory pack with 2 beds, some blankets, which is little strips of sheet, right? Little paper, blankets and chairs, furniture. That's what she, instead of getting her LOL doll, she picked out her furniture for her Barbie dolls, right? So she's into that kind of stuff. So I know kids, they like to play. They play house. They play da 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 da. So if this child didn't know what they were doing, if you're just doing this da 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 da, then you can do that. And I only say that because my husband has his phone is somehow connected to Trey's iPad. And so sometimes his headphones will connect to Trey's iPad, and Trey be like, "Get off, like get off like get your headphones off my iPad." And I literally looked at Mackenzie. She's like, "Oh, I'm playing games," even though most of the stuff is locked. Somehow she got to games, and I'm like, "I hope Jamila ain't got nothing, no credit card connected," because she was able to get to the games, and that's how you're able to purchase stuff. So, can it happen? It can. Did it happen? No.
Well, I would have to tell you that Pamisha had to call Amazon because her son and all her kids know how to charge stuff. I mean, so we're talking right now from 9 to 6, but this was before they were a little younger, because they sit and watch what she does. And like when she ordered games and books and things from them, they see what she does and she just hits a button. So they know where the pages to go, especially that 9-year-old. And now her son has figured it out. And she had to call Amazon because dude had got all these little games and little movies and stuff that he could watch. I mean, all the stuff that he liked. And he had went on to about like $200 some when she realized it. And she was like, the devil is a lie. What the heck? So she had to go in but literally because she has a card linked to it, so they know what the submit button is or the send button is, because again they have watched her order and do things, so they just follow suit. And like she was like, come on, like she'll say, come on, Manny, you want a movie? And she'll sit down and she'll pick it. She said, pick your movie out, and she'll let him hit the buttons and pick it out on Amazon. And then he'll watch her go ahead and pay for it. So guess what he do? He'd get her little tablet and he'd be like, I want a movie. And that little Bama got $200 worth of movies and games. Okay, she was fit to be mad. Okay.
Somebody just said my 3-year-old has purchased sometimes 3 and 4 times so that stuff that I had in the cart from eBay. So I just was like, because some people was like furniture, but $1,700 worth.
If you're sitting there, kids know repetition. If you sitting there doing this and everything, and anytime my kids, I'm like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Nothing.
I just Moonlight. I just was finding it hard to believe, and some people was finding it hard to believe because they said when all the boxes started coming, they were like, what in the world? But to me, they didn't send none of the stuff back.
But here's the thing, I can tend to think that is that is real, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't got room in my house for 2,500 chairs.
Like either.
Like, and I don't got room in my house for all that, and so I'm not gonna order all these different chairs or certain things.
According to the mom, she had put the stuff in her basket for her and her husband to go and look through, but they ain't send none of the stuff back. They showed the baby sitting on top of all the boxes and stuff. I just was like, I think that was a ploy. And so now, of course, I think Walmart then donated the stuff to him or something like that, or I don't know, it's something like that. She was playing on the phone and gave my phone to listen to
Coco
YouTube.
Melon. Yes.
Oh, you know what that is? I don't know.
Absolutely. Coco Melon, honey.
Well, yeah, when you have babies that little, I guess Coco Melon is something. But
It is.
uh,
It is.
yeah,
You'll know,
I mean,
Gigi. You'll know in just a minute about Coco
I
Melon.
probably will. I probably
Mhm.
will know what all of these things are. I think Moo Moo and Walter gave us a really good start
Mhm.
with Paw
Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that wore our TVs
Paw
out. Yeah.
Patrol,
Uh,
Coco Melon, Blippy, all the good, all of
no, that's the shame. We're past that. I have to make sure my boys ain't. Well, we got blocks on them now because they be watching adult movies around here. Hate to say it, but that's what they was doing. So we had to put blocks on those things. But
Because
anyway,
they will order movies.
yes, they order movies, but see, they're old enough to pay for them. I just don't want them streaming through my house. Okay, they're old enough to pay for them, but I don't want them streaming through Gail's house.
But yeah,
Okay,
Moonlight is right though, because her baby was.
we can't hear you, Kiki.
Oh, what's this one?
Okay, we can now. You went out.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Kids YouTube and ended up on Groupon, and you know what I'm saying, like, because they have the ads, right? So and that's why we put our kids on.
You muted. I don't know. You went on mute.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, I was just saying, like, these kids are very savvy, and then when these ads pop up, they click the ads or whatever, and it takes them to these different places that we frequented, and then they can buy stuff because our cars are connected a lot.
Connected to all of that stuff. Yeah, I just thought, just like some other people thought it was possible, but y'all have made it very possible with a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old and yeah. So I guess it is possible. So before we get off here, I just want to tell you guys again, thank you so much for my birthday wishes. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you for anybody who was listening that just found my Cash App and Cash App me birthday gifts. I was like, wow, thank you so much, because I didn't post my Cash App nowhere, but people was blessing me for my birthday, so I appreciate you guys. So whoever's listening to this, I have one thing before we get off of here. On Saturday, I'm going to be holding a workshop called Married Roommates, the Sexless Marriage. So if you're facing a sexless marriage and you're in a sexless marriage, I still have maybe 3 or 4 spots for you to be able to join me on Saturday from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to pour in on us what causes a sexless marriage and really how to fix it. So I would love for you to join me. And if you want more information about that class, please just go hit up my website at gailcrowder.com. If you would like to have some delicious tea, as my aunt would say, without the vodka in it, you can hit up the Tea Lovers Cafe, and we'll make sure that we put the link in there. Normally, I would be drinking the Tea Lovers Cafe because the tea is absolutely amazing. I have to say that. And you can drink it either cold or hot. But tonight, remember I told you guys I'm fighting the cold because I have to be on TV tomorrow, and so again, Kiki, you have anything you got popping off?
Yeah. So, for any of you leaders, if you are working in an organization, I consider you a leader. We are launching the Positively Diverse Leadership, Becoming a Coach Like Leader 3-day training coming up in at the end of March. And so, if that's something that interests you, please go on to the website is PPC ADI, which is PCADI at .com, excuse me. So it's ppcadi.com, and that stands for the Positive Psychology Coaching and Diversity Institute. And so we would love to have you all, if you're a leader and you want to learn how to become a positively diverse leader.
Kim, you have anything going on?
Right now, we are in the middle of a weight loss challenge that's virtual and in person. And we start another one in about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Good so far.
Okay. So how do they get in contact with you if you want to get fit and fabulous?
They can they can go to my Go Herbalife site. It's krbutler.goherbalife.com.
Okay, and we'll get all of these websites and stuff in the chat for you guys. So just go back on the page.
Me?
No, I ain't even finished talking.
Oh,
Something wrong with you.
Okay.
Something's definitely wrong with you. I was just telling the people something's wrong with her.
Yeah, it's the twist, and it's a twist in her tea. It's the
twist. That's that vodka. Y'all just drank the tea. That's why I said without the vodka, because I when we first started, I said don't get on here acting crazy. Didn't I say that, Kim?
I'm not acting crazy.
Okay, so Tawan, do you have anything going on before we let you go to bed?
I do actually. I have Tea Talk with Tawan every Monday on Facebook Live. You can go to my Facebook page, Tawan, that's TAWAWN, and you can find us. And we have it every Monday at 8 o'clock. We believe everybody needs a little TLC. That's your transformational lifestyle content to help you with living your best life and becoming your best self. So yes, we do have that every Monday.
Okay, so y'all see how to spell her name is right there in the box. So y'all just find her on there and make sure y'all go follow all of these amazing sisters that I have. Again, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on here, and we will put the links to all of this stuff on my page. Okay, see you guys next time.
See ya.